In this video, I will be talking about the Three Kingdoms period of China, focusing on the many talented heroes of that time. Gao Shun, a mighty general who faithfully served under the warlord Lu Bu. Even though there are little historical records about Gao Shun's early life, it is clear that he was one of Lu Bu's top generals and lifelong friends. He was one of the few men who could speak openly to Lu Bu without fear. Lu Bu wouldn't lash out during their disagreements, so he must have had a deep-rooted respect for Gao Shun, who presumably served under Dong Zhuo and Ding Yuan, alongside Lu Bu before his independence. Gao Shun did not drink alcohol, nor did he accept undue gifts. He is what you would call the strong and silent type, an honourable, honest and disciplined warrior of integrity that valued patience over haste. His incorruptible values opposed those of his master Lu Bu and his advisor Chen, but resonated with his comrade Zhang Liao and the soldiers of the army too. This made him the perfect candidate for promotion to marshal, taking on the responsibilities of disciplining and training the army. He handpicked the finest warriors and put them through a rigorous training exercise to form his personal unit. Although only 700 men passed his tests, they became known as the Camp Crusher Unit. Every time they took to the battlefield, they successfully broke the enemy formation. Their seemingly unwavering morale meant they could be surrounded on all sides and still perform effectively, so Gao Shun's tactic was to charge the centre of the enemy army and pierce through as far as he could. This would cause chaos for the enemy formation. He would essentially tank the entire enemy army, allowing Lu Bu and the other generals to take easy fights. Lu Bu's main failings as a ruler was his inability to listen to his advisors. His strategist Chen knew this all too well, and on more than one occasion Lu Bu failed to heed Gao Shun's advice as well. A self-governing band of gangsters and bandits led by Zhang Ba were under Lu Bu's control for a short while. Eventually they renegaded and attacked an ally of Lu Bu's and seized his treasury. Lu Bu asked Zhang Ba for a tribute of payment, which was agreed upon, but Lu Bu never received it. Angered, he personally led troops to the home of Zhang Ba at Mount Tai, which Gao Shun strongly disagreed with. He found it insulting to Lu Bu's reputation that he should go in person after already asking, an already dishonourable agreement made worse by begging in person for undeserving gifts. As predicted, Lu Bu was driven off by an unintimidated Zhang Ba, and the Mount Tai bandits stopped listening to Lu Bu's orders altogether. One night in the year 196, one of Lu Bu's generals, Hao Meng, attempted to assassinate him. He and his wife were forced to climb over a wall of a toilet and fled half-dressed to Gao Shun's camp. Lu did not see the faces of the assailants, but recognized the accents. From this information, Gao Shun deduced who the turncoat was. He led a troop to Hao Meng's camp, where he found him, with an arm missing, dueling with his subordinate, Tao Xing, who had been injured by a spear also. Gao Shun finished off Hao Meng and reported back to Lu Bu, who became paranoid of his generals. He stripped Gao Shun of his duties leading the Camp Crusher unit and assigned Shou as their new commander. But every time a war broke out, Gao Shun was given full control of his unit again. He continued to perform well on the battlefield and served Lu Bu loyally despite this inconsistent treatment. The recently vassalized Liu Bei, who was forced to surrender to Lu Bu, was suspiciously building up his forces, presumably to strike out and declare independence again. So Gao Shun was sent to attack Xiaopei, which he succeeded in reclaiming. This attack revealed an alliance between Cao Cao and Liu Bei when Jia Ha-dun arrived to reinforce at Xiaopei. Despite this, the allied army was still defeated by Gao Shun's might. This could have been the battle where Tao Xing famously shot Jia Ha-dun in the eye with an arrow, as we know he lost it in the late 190s against Lu Bu's forces. A few years later, Liu Bei and Cao Cao arrived with larger, more prepared armies to put an end to Lu Bu once and for all. Gao Shun was captured alive, but solemnly and silently followed his master to the afterlife, alongside a not-so-silent Chen. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.